Hi guys, welcome back to Parkside CrossFit. Today we're going to learn the squat. The squat is the most fundamental and important movement in all of athletics and also in your life. Now there have been books and books written about it. I'm not going to write another one here. I just want to teach you how to do a proper squat. So let's get started. Okay guys, so this is how you do a basic squat. Feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed out at about 30 degrees. Depth, crease of the hip below the top of the thigh, stand back up. Nothing could be simpler or more important to your life as an athlete and your day-to-day functions as a human walk around on the planet. Now a couple of fine points. Your knees need to be pointed out over your toes, not in, not too far out. Don't point one foot farther out than the other, and don't point your feet so far out that it's impossible for your knees to get out there unless you're frog flexible like me. Don't point your toes straight forward and have your knees point the other way. Point your knees in the same direction as your toes. If you have your toes out about 30 degrees for 90% of the people with normal structure, it'd be really easy. Push your knees out on the way down, push your knees out on the way up. What this does is it helps tighten your glutes and employ your entire posterior chain in executing the squat, and it uses your adductors to help execute the movement. So push out, push in, full extension of the hips. Now you're going to notice I've got a nice lordotic curve in my lumbar spine and my thoracic spine. So lower back, middle back. Push your butt back when you initiate the movement. You'll have a nice curve back here. The curve is important. It's like the leaf spring on a car. If that leaf spring has a proper curve in it, you can load the car to maximum capacity and it'll carry the load well. If you round like this, it's like putting a baseball on top of a soda straw. It's going to carry you and your load right over. So you don't want the drinking bird syndrome. You want this. You want this. Okay? Don't initiate the movement with your knees. In other words, don't do this. Push the hips back. Then bend the knees and hips at about the same rate. You notice my knees are actually behind my toes. I'm really flexible. It's easier for me to do that. If you've got a load on your back, your spine's going to incline forward a bit and your knees might come a little bit ahead of your toes. But as long as your weight's on your heels and your knees are pointing out over your toes and your hips are below your knees, which kicks your whole posterior chain into a working action, then you won't be overloading your quadriceps and placing undue strain on your knees. Okay? Posterior chain, the muscles of your glutes, hamstrings, and back, your spinal erectors are what power this movement. It's the most powerful movement in athletics. All power that you need to do anything in life, anything in sports, comes from what we call rapid hip opening. That's where a jump comes from. It's where you hit a baseball from, throw a punch from, or throw a football. Anything that you do starts at your feet, comes through your core, your strong, tight core, and out your extremities, okay? A squat enhances every possible movement you could ever make. That was a squat. For more information, go to parksidecrossfit.com. I'm Randy Mulkey. Till next time, keep moving.